Death Stranding will launch in 2018 on PS4 according to Kojima at TGS. Yeah, right. I will tell you why you have to be skeptical about this and discuss this subject with Zach Sharps. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and be sure to hit that like button. At E3 2016, Kojima took the stage and he talked about this new game. Of course, he left Konami after that debacle and he's now making a new game in a new indie studio. Well, it has the same name, but yeah, it's an indie studio now. And he's like a deal with Sony that the game will come to PS4 or PlayStation. Maybe it will. You never know how these things are going. But anyway, PlayStation and also PC later. But Death Stranding is the name, and we now learned more about it at TGS. It's a super ambitious game. It's an online game. It's, quote, nothing we've ever seen before, end quote. And what he also said, and this is what I thought was really interesting, is that it will be out before 2019, so in 2018. And okay, I thought, okay, this is pretty ambitious. This sounds like an online game. This sounds more like an MMO. It's like a co-op online game, and they have to build it from scratch. And when did they start? Well, in December 2015, it was still like a little bit, Kojima could not go to the Game Awards. Yeah, it was still like a little bit weird with Konami. Well, after that, he announced that he departed. So he started like, let's say, beginning 2016 with this game. And he wants to end or to release this huge, from what we heard, game, this online game, in 2 years' time. So it's a new studio. That they showed that new teaser trailer, of course. They now finally got a engine, so he can start working on the game. But it's almost 2017, and if he wants to release this in 2018, I wonder how he's ever going to do that. And if we look at these previous games, Metal Gear Solid 3 to 4, November 2004 to June 2008. So, a little less than 4 years. But that was, of course, Metal Gear. So he knew what he was doing. It was not he did not have to build that from scratch. Then Metal Gear Peace Walker came to PSP in 2010, and then Metal Gear Solid 5 just released last year, September 1st. 2015. So he had like 5 years between those two games. Okay, how is he going to do this? That's my question.
He's not.
No. Why is he saying this then? Why is he saying 2018? It's just, man, don't go even on that stage. Go on that stage when you have something to show. Now you're just, it's like the Sony exclusive like discussion we had all over again. They're like promising games, but why do that? Why not wait till 2018, then come up the stage, and if you're then ready, you say, okay, it's out in a few months, like Fallout, for example. That's really something we have to go towards. This is like promising stuff, and yeah, it will never come out.
Yeah, I do have to give Bethesda credit when it comes to that, where they basically go on the stage a few months before something's going to release, and then they're like, it's going to release in a few months, and then it drops in a few months. There's, arguments that can be made that sometimes they're half-baked, but that's beside the point. At least they still release when they say they're going to release. Where with this, it does sort of feel like it's going to be another one of those greatness awaits situations where we're going to see this game not in 2 years like he hopes, but in 3 to 5 years at the very least, because you can look at the gaps, as you already mentioned, with all the other previous games that he's worked on, and you can also look at the fact that he just now started working on this. And even if we look at the very best case scenario, when he started having issues right after the newest Metal Gear released with Konami, even that, at that point, there's no way he could still get this done by 2018. If he does, it's going to be a shell of a game, and that could be what he might be going for. He may be trying to live off the hype of his name and his current brand right now. I really doubt that, though. He doesn't seem like that type of guy. I think this is more of like a hype train PR spin where Sony's trying to sell consoles and get people hyped. So they stay Sony, they stay blue, they buy the new PS4 Pro, they buy a PS4 Slim. I really hope no one buys a PS4 Slim. Go on Craigslist and buy a normal PS4. But they buy consoles because they're going off that hype, and they want to get Death Stranding because everyone knows about the Konami situation by now and with Kojima. And so with that being the case, his name recognition and what people think about him is just glowing at this point. So this game's going to sell, and it's going to sell well. So what better way to sell consoles than say it's going to release very soon, and that it's something we've never seen before, except for on PC. So
yeah, no, it
yeah.
will probably be weird. I mean, it's Kojima, so
It's gonna be, the theme is gonna be probably something we've never seen before, but the mechanics probably will be something we've seen many times before. Especially if it's going to be like a more co-op sort of Destiny type experience where you get phased into a zone with like 6 or 8 people that you don't even know, and you do random things out in the world with each other. Or maybe it's just a normal random co-op experience where you just hop into each other's world and you go through the game. I really hope they don't ruin it because of that. I think it would definitely lend itself, especially with the interesting theme it's most likely going to have, with a more single player and co-op experience and nothing more inexpansive than that. So
yeah, I mean, the whole thing about this is he did not even have to announce a release date yet. Nobody is expecting that, or nobody is expecting this game to be out in 2018.
Oh, of course.
This is like another promise that this is like another The Lost Guardian, maybe. Why say a release date if you probably know that you just want to have a splash, you just want to have people say, oh my god, I did not expect it. But the fact, he probably goes back to the studio and they're like, boss, what the fuck did you do? We just started working on this game. And
oh no,
yeah.
they all know that Sony's in the pockets, and so Sony wants them to sell consoles, and it's completely anti-consumer. I'm not saying that it's not, because it's giving false promises to people who are looking to possibly buy your console. But it's smart business because people will buy the particular consoles based off of exclusives as long as the hardware is solid. And it's definitely not good for consumers, but I hope people see right through this that this is the case. Greatness awaits is basically what Death Stranding is. If you want to wait, but it's not coming in 2018.
No, absolutely not. And greatness awaits is a PlayStation 4 slogan. Well, I'm not surprised that this game is only on PS5. Just what happened with The Lost Guardian, for example, that just changed the consoles, or Final Fantasy that changed the consoles as well. This might be a title that Sony want to launch the new system with, or something like that. So really, I mean, this game, it's gonna be good. I mean, if we look at his track record, it's probably gonna be good. But if we look at his track record again, we see that he loves to delay games. He loves to take his time. This is a new studio, probably not as big. I don't know any numbers, but I can imagine that it's not as big as it was at Konami. Anyway, maybe they will bring in way more people, but then they also started working. And if they have like 1 year to make an online game, if he said, okay, this is like an episodic title, that like something like that, but he's talking about ambitious and something we've never seen before. What? Why go so fast? I mean, this is just to say, be cautious about this. Just know that what he's saying might sound cool, but no way in hell. If he's going to deliver this, what he's saying, in 2018, okay, I would love to be wrong, but it would be.
I would bet a lot of money that it's not releasing in 2018. It's just not. I mean, honestly, if there was a Vegas betting alliance, I mean, it releasing in 2018 would be a massive underdog, because it's beyond logic that it's going to be releasing that early. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just bad that he said it's going to, because it's not. It's just definitely not going to.
Yeah, or it will be like an early access title, but
oh god, if he does that, I lose all respect for him.
It could be, but I mean, that's like the only scenario I see happening, and with online games. Or it will be like an alpha, just an alpha state for a year, and then they make more content, about it. on feedback from players. And stuff.
Or they
Well,
release it at early access and give it paid DLC while it's still in early access. Arc.
oh man, those survival games. Oh.
Fucking Arc, dude. Anyone who purchased that game and you purchased the DLC, I want to slap you. Like, I get the first mistake that you purchased Arc, but if you purchase the DLC after that, I don't think you can be saved at this point. But let's move on to...
Will Death Stranding hit 2018? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. This is part of the Everything Gaming podcast. You can listen to it every Monday by following the link I put in the description below. Be sure to do it, to give us feedback, and hopefully you will enjoy it. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more discussions on the latest gaming news, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.